Good morning, everyone. So I was asked to make a few more videos and figured that I would go ahead and show you guys something that happened yesterday on a project that I was looking at. Typically, I like about 48 hours if I want to mint a project, kind of come up with what my investment strategy is going to be, and then go from there. Uh, Quick jump before we go into everything. This is not investment advice, not your lawyer, not your mother, not your plumber, not your financial advisor. So, as always, guys, do your own research. So, what we're going to see here is this is actually the Cops game, which is a Solana based variant of the Wolves game that was released about 6 weeks ago. And let me see if I can actually pull up the website. And standard cops and robbers. You can see the uh, all of the graphics and everything is pretty basic. Really, what these kinds of games come down to, it's a risk-based game of staking and then potentially getting your loot stolen or your whatever your staking rewards are stolen by cops. And so there's a pretty big distribution. You guys can read through all of this. Point being that when I was looking at it, the mint price was about 1.25 Sol, and I looked at it and I was like, the amount of members here in Discord at 47,000, there's got to be some good floor pressure. And so I thought, all right, well, I can't get into the whitelist because I'm too late for it. Maybe I can make it into the mint itself. And so the reason I wanted to pull this up is because one of the things I talked about in my last video is the amount of fear and what can take place during a mint that gets everybody to jump on things when they shouldn't be jumping on. And so I actually went back and scrolled back to all of the messages from before. And with 47,000 people in Discord, this actually number jumped up to over 50,000 people. There was a lot of chat leading up to it. You can see that people are telling lock chat, when's whitelist, what's happening. I mean, really, really being overwhelmed. And this is actually what I want to point out to you guys is coming down about 4 minutes before the mint, we start getting this, which I've always tried to understand, like, what does it mean when Discord is compromised? What does it mean when people are clicking on bad links? This is exactly it. Someone comes in, puts the logo on, takes you to the Cops.Game app, which is not the same link as the official Cops game, trying to get people to jump in, click on a bad link, connect their wallet, and watch the thing get drained. So always when you're going through the minting project, make sure that you're only using the official mint links that are being posted. Make sure that you're only using the ones when they tell you that it's live. Make sure that you're using a burner wallet. I created actually two different burner wallets and moved 1.3 Sol into each, just so that I would have that money in order to mint. Now, I ended up not actually getting a mint on this project. I'm not invested in it, just because it very quickly moved out of what I thought was good value. And so coming down, you can see still everything's more scams and stuff. And then finally, after coming down all the way down here, you have the head of the project coming, closing chat for about an hour and a half actually for the mint to take place. And this is actually one of the really interesting things is this project had so much hype behind it, and combined with the fact that Solana went down yesterday for a bit, it really made it difficult to mint. And so for about probably 15-20 minutes, we're all sitting there hoping things are going through, no idea what's actually taking place. And you can see that our wonderful mayor here made the mint live for the public, and after what is that? So 3 o'clock, 3:02. Just hey, everybody hold through, uh, letting everybody know you need to do a hard refresh. 12 minutes later, letting everybody know everything is overloaded. 22 minutes still, and at 3:32 finally sold out with the actual mint. So at this point, I'm kind of thinking I could maybe pick something up on the secondary market. Want to see how prices are 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 listed, and have my wonderful Mr. Bot up and running yesterday. And so this is again a look back, as we'll it's been about 15 hours now since the mint took place, and what you can see, this is actually what I want to be able to show, is the very quick price changes that take place as people are trying to figure out what they should be doing. And so we'll come back all the way here now. Just a quick little explanation. So what you see here, this is the floor price, is this line up here. This line, or this set of bars, is the amount of SOL volume that is taking place, like accumulated SOL volume. Down here is the price of the individual NFTs that have been sold, and then you can see the total amount listed over here. So got that. All right. So a couple things. These spikes that you see here, that's because the game design. Cops are minted at, I think, 10% of the total pool volume, and robbers are 90% chance. So you have an 80% chance of getting a robber, you get a 10% chance of getting a cop. Cops are a lot more valuable, so you're going to see a lot higher spike when it comes to those individuals getting sold. So in the minutes that took place afterwards, you can see how we have a start at 2 SOL, very little traded volume at this point. Even during this point, Solana or Magic Eden was pretty much down. You couldn't, there wasn't enough time to actually pick up anything. And so you can see where these little price divots take place. There's an immediate buy, and these are, when things aren't as rushed, these are the things that I'm looking for, is when there's an anomaly taking place where you have the like a set floor price that's taking place, and then you have a dip. And even better is when it's a rising kind of. So you see, like, it's dipping here, but it's still starting to come up because people are trying to figure out what the price is. So continue moving up, volume is continuing to take place, and then it starts to go down. And a lot of this is actually corresponding with the amount of volume that's being listed on Magic Eden. And so what you'll start to see is that as stuff like, let's see, 58, just right around here. So spike in price, which corresponds to when the volume came down, down here. And so these kinds of things can help understand exactly when you should be jumping into a project. The mint, my personal feeling is that if I don't make the mint, if I don't make it in the first couple of seconds in my set target range, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait about 24 hours to see what really takes place. And in my case, so I wasn't able, because of Magic Eden yesterday having such difficulty, I wasn't able to actually get in at the price point that I wanted to. And you can see this, so coming through the day, everything all the way up. I think it even got up to almost 2.5 was the floor price. And then it's kind of come back down, up and down. It's just going to kind of go all over the place as people figure out what do they want to buy, what are they trying to list. And then finally, it settles down here about 15 hours later at a very set floor price. And you can see we are now at a point also, let's see here, 422. All right, so this is about it. You can now see where the ratio is. So in this case, this was a 10,000 unit mint. We're sitting at 791, so 7.98% is the amount listed. That's a very healthy ratio in my opinion. And now it's sitting at about 2.